Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you all the books that I ended up reading over the month of March. So when March started out, I was surprised that I was able to read 5 books this month. At the beginning of the month I was away at a conference in Atlanta, and then I came back with a kidney infection. So between traveling and being sick, I was surprised that I was able to read as much as I did. You guys will see too that I have much shorter hair than the last time you saw me. I think this is the first video that will go up with my kind of shorter hair because I do pre-film a lot of my videos. But yeah, every so many years I will donate my hair. So this time around I donated 15 inches for a company that makes wigs for kids who have cancer or just don't have hair. So that's something I like to do every 2 to 3 years. And originally I was planning on doing this in May, but then just one weekend I just got the urge to cut it because it was just getting a little too long. So it's just nice to have something that's a little bit more low maintenance. So besides that though, March was a good month despite the kidney infection and all that stuff. It was a really good reading month. So without further ado, let's get started. So starting out, I first read Body Double by Tess Gerritsen. So you'll notice there are a lot of Tess Gerritsen books in this wrap up. So because of the new book in the Recieve and I series coming out in July, I wanted to reread the series, mostly because I just didn't remember a lot of stuff. I originally read the series when I was 15, and so a lot of the stuff, a lot of these books now, I've been rereading them like it's the first time because I don't remember a lot of the little details here or there. So it's been a lot of fun. But this one mostly focuses on Mara, who is away at a conference in Paris, and when she comes back there's police all over her neighborhood, and this woman who is found murdered outside her home that looks very similar to her. So it kind of goes off from there. We get more background into Mara's past, who her biological parents are, and all of that stuff. As always, I feel like Tess Gerritsen is really good at weaving in these storylines and these mysteries and just being totally invested in this story. Again too, I really like how we get to explore more of Mara in this one, because I feel like especially in the first 2 books she's not really in it. She's not even in the first book. So I like how we got to kind of learn more about her and all that stuff. So I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars as well. So kind of continuing on with the theme of murder mysteries, I ended up picking up the Tales and Teacup book club picks for the months of March and April. So if you are still interested in participating, you have until the end of April to kind of contribute to the comment section of my review of this book that came out. But this one I really enjoyed, and I loved it a lot more than I was expecting. And it is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. And so this follows a group, 4 individuals who live in a retirement community, and they have this little club known as the Thursday Murder Club, where they investigate cold cases or crimes that have been committed, and they try to find things that police have missed. But when there are these string of murders taking place that are very much connected to their everyday life, they insert themselves into the investigation. And I feel like this book is so witty. I think it takes the murder mystery crime genre and really flips it up on its head. I felt like I was just laughing out loud in some of these scenes, just the way these characters will find ways to insert themselves into the investigation was very humorous. They take a lot of the kind of old people tropes and kind of use that to their advantage to kind of get what they want out of people, and it was just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I think it is a really great start to a series, and it's, like I said, it's very different than kind of formulaic crime series. So this is something that was just a lot of fun, and I really loved the characters in here and just seeing all their friendships grow, and just the banter that they have with each other was just really well done. And it's also very heartwarming as well, even though it kind of deals with murder. It is very heartwarming, the friendships that are formed in here and all that stuff. So I can see why this series is very much praised. I thought it was fantastic and I loved it so much. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, and honestly, as soon as I put this one down, I got the ebook from the library of the sequel, which is The Man Who Died Twice, and I love this even more than the first book. So it kind of focuses more on the character of Elizabeth, who is alluded to that she was part of M15, and so when she gets this note that is slid under her apartment door written from a man that she has known to be dead, it kind of uncovers a lot of her past, and I really love this. I thought it was incredibly written. Again, I gave this one a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was super suspenseful, and I just like loved kind of being along with this murder investigation with these characters. And yeah, I just feel like this series is so special and unique, and I think a lot of you guys would really enjoy this as well. Like I said, it kind of took me by surprise. I was expecting something different, but I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. And I think there is a new book coming out in the fall of this year, which is really exciting, so we have a new release to look forward to as well. But I just really love seeing how, even with over these 2 books, how much these characters have grown and just how everything is changing and with these characters, and just being, you know, happy to be on along the ride to witness it with them. So yeah, this has quickly become one of my new kind of favorite series that I've discovered recently. And lastly, to kind of finish out the month, I then finished the last 2 books that I needed to read in my Rizzolian Isles series reread for this month, which were Vanish and then Mephisto Club. And just because I had to read, or because I read The House of Sky and Breath, and it is such a massive book and it took up a lot of my time, I had to kind of roll over one book from last month into this month, hence why there's 3 Rizzolian Isles books this month. But basically, like, I feel like what is really special about this author is her ability to write kind of scary scenes and to really get the reader kind of, you know, heart racing with her ability to kind of create those scenes. So for the first one, Vanish deals with human trafficking and a very interesting situation where this woman has been brought to the morgue where they assumed she had drowned, but she ends up being alive, and so she is rushed to the hospital, and this is when Jane Rizzoli is in labor, and this woman ends up waking up and creates a hostage situation, and it kind of goes on from there. This one I felt was super suspenseful. There are like some bits and pieces of the novels throughout the series that I remember, but this one again was just super suspenseful, and there were so many twists and turns, and I was shocked and just trying to uncover parts of like why this is happening. Like you do get the perspective of another girl who's somehow tied into all this, and I think that was really well done. And just the conclusion of this was super suspenseful, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't remember this at all. And so just kind of the thrill of kind of reading this for the first time after 12 years. Yeah, I feel like I've been enjoying these a lot more than I did when I was 15, and now reading them as a 27-year-old, I think I just appreciate it more. I like how we get to explore more of Jane and Mara's friendship in here as well. But this one was just a lot of fun. And then lastly, I ended up finishing the Mephisto Club, and this one is a little bit different than the other ones so far. This one deals with a string of murders that have some satanic tie to them, which is just really creepy. So just the way, especially in this one here where I mentioned Tess Gerritsen's ability to write really creepy scenes of a character either feeling like she's being watched or just kind of that fear of something being not really, like, you feel like something's wrong and you get that feeling from the characters. So the ability for Tess Gerritsen to write those really creepy scenes I felt like was a lot of fun. And this one, I said, it does kind of diverge a little bit from the other ones. This one kind of deals with like I said, demons and all that type of stuff. So I did find that stuff was a little bit interesting, how she kind of strayed away from a lot of typical things, but I still really enjoyed this as well. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It was super suspenseful, super fun, and just kind of different than what we've seen kind of throughout the series so far. I think this is book 6, so she's very good at kind of coming up with different like topics and mysteries, and I felt like this one was just super suspenseful because you do get the killer's perspective from like many years ago, and then like another perspective that somehow ties in with his, and it's just really well done. So yeah, it's just fun rediscovering this series because this series was so near and dear to my heart when I was younger. So yeah, this one was a lot of fun. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what books that you read this month were and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.